The Practice by Seth Godin is a book that really changed me. It changed me as a creator, as a professional, as a creative. And it's this book here, The Practice, Shipping Creative Work. And I'm going to share with you 4 lessons that I've learned and how I changed. I learned those 4 lessons by reading this book and how I applied those changes, those lessons to make a change in my mind. So the first one is that creativity is not a feeling. Creativity is action. We don't feel creative. Creativity is there. Creativity is part of being human. It's always there. It's always there, available. So we just need to act. We just need to start. If we're not doing it, it's a way to hide. Seth Godin says it's a way to hide. So we're not doing it maybe because of all the reasons that I've already spoken about on this channel multiple times. Maybe perfectionism, maybe fear of rejection, maybe feeling not good enough. All these, blocks that we have, writer's blocks, creative blocks that we have, well, we just need to start. We just need to put down our best work that we have, that we can put down in this moment. And there's a quote, and I'm going to open it now because I wrote an article about this book, and this video is based on that article. I'm going to put it in the show notes or in the description. Page 161. Writer's block is a myth. Writer's block is a choice. It's a choice. Now, think about that. We choose to be blocked. I believe this. Like, it's a way of hiding. It's a way of, we are blocked, we are stuck because of expectations, maybe expectations that we hold, things that we think, standards that we set, and so we say, no, this is not good enough, or people won't like this. But creativity, again, it's always there. It's always a resource, always available to us. I understood this. I'm really grateful that I read this book. And how have I implemented this? Well, basically, I realized that if I want to make a video, what do I need to do? I need to maybe do a little bit of preparation and then just press record and start. If I want to write a book, what do I need to do? I need to put down words on paper, on a screen. You just need to start. You just need to start knowing that the work will never be perfect, knowing that people might not like it, knowing all these things, but doing it anyway because it's rewarding. It's intrinsically rewarding to create, to write, and to put your work out there, and stop hiding behind all the blocks that we've got. So I've been creating since 2021. Before, I didn't create as consistently as I do now because I read this book. Because I'm like, I write almost every day on the community section of this YouTube channel. I write almost every day. And I do it because of this book that I read. Because I know that someone out there might find it useful. A couple of sentences that I say, or a video like this one. It may be useful, maybe not. But it's self-expression. It's intrinsically rewarding. Now, this is I'm doing this and I find it enjoyable. But maybe sometimes, not sometimes, not maybe, I wanted to say, sometimes it happens. I don't feel like, writing or making a video, or, because it also takes quite a lot of time. But what do I need to do in order to do it? I just need to do it. And that's it. Creativity is there. First lesson. Then, and I implemented this because I'm reading the article now. I've stopped believing that I need to share incredibly original ideas. I've started believing that I need to share ideas that will help my audience move forward. It's very hard. I've said this thousands of times. It's very hard to come up with incredibly original ideas. Even with original ideas, like I'm sure that what I'm saying now, like it's things that I've learned from a book. So it's not even original what I'm saying now. But by reinterpreting, by telling my story of how I changed, of how I implemented the lesson, this already makes it original enough, or at least unique, because it's my own unique interpretation of another work of art. Second, imposter syndrome is good and inevitable. Imposter syndrome is that thing that tells you you're not good enough, you're not qualified enough, you're not pretty enough, you haven't done this for long enough. All these voices that we've got in our head that I have myself. I'm not here to tell you that I'm the most confident person on the internet. I mean, who is? But imposter syndrome is that thing, and we have it. Okay, some people they feel it much more than others, but Seth, in his book, he says, well, imposter syndrome is a good thing. It's a really good thing, because it's the thing that tells you that you are innovating. It's the thing that tells you that you're doing things right. Because, of course, you're an imposter, he says. Of course, you're an imposter. No one has done this before. No one has done this before. And this might not work. You are an imposter. But that's a sign that you are leading. That's a sign that you are innovating, that you're trying to make a change with your art, with whatever you're working on. So this is a lesson in my article. First of all, let's read the quote. When we embrace imposter syndrome, instead of working to make it disappear, we choose the productive way forward. The imposter is proof that we're innovating, leading, and creating. Now, how have I implemented this? Well, the fact that it's hard to implement. It's hard to implement. A few days ago, I was speaking with my friend Lara, and I was talking to her about, she was suggesting that I made a video course on how to create a book, on how to publish a book. And I could feel the answers, the things that I was telling her were all coming from that imposter syndrome. Like, but why? Who am I? I've just published a tiny book, 80 pages. Yes, I write every day. Yes, I teach writing. I love writing. I read about writing. I read a lot. But who am I to tell other people, maybe people who've already published books, or people who are more experienced than me? Who am I to say that? To teach other people? Like, I don't have enough experience. I haven't published 10 books, 20 books. That's the imposter syndrome. That's the imposter syndrome, because I can teach you how to do it. I did it. I published the book. I sold copies. And I know, I went through the process. I know what to do. I can tell you how I felt while I was writing the book. I can tell you all the stories, all the struggles. I can talk about many things that another person can talk about those things, but I will bring my own unique experience to the teaching, to the lessons. So no one has done this before. If I decided to do it, well, it's a sign that I am innovating. It's a sign, it shows that I'm leading. It's very hard to beat imposter syndrome for me, but by doing it, by having a practice, and this is the third lesson, process, not results. And I think this is the most useful lesson that I've learned of the four lessons. Process, not results. Basically, this book tells me you cannot stop trying to control what you cannot control. You cannot control the results. Let's say that you want to publish a book, for example, and you want people to read this book. You want it to be a bestseller. Or, okay, let's keep this as an example, the book. How can you control that? You have no agency of that. You have no way of controlling that, unless you know someone in the publishing industry who will make it go. But even that, no, I don't think you can do it. So you cannot control that, but you can control the practice, and the practice is sitting down and typing and writing every day, not every day, and start writing the book. That's what you can control. Showing up. You show up and you say, this is what I'm working on. I will never know if this will be the best book, a bestseller, or if people will like it or not. What I can control is that is the writing part, is the practice. And here is the good news. The good news is that if you take care of the practice, results will inevitably come. And this is the quote. This is what Seth writes in the book. We continue to focus on the process, not solely on outcomes. If the process is right, the outcome will inevitably follow. If you lose sight of the practice, however, so if you start saying, well, not today, I don't want to, or today I don't feel like doing it, today I don't feel inspired enough, tomorrow, if you lose sight of the practice, well, you cannot get results. So let me check, because I think I said this better in writing. Lose sight of the practice and you'll become weaker. Self-doubt will kick in and you won't be focused on the change you seek to make anymore. Results are unlikely to come if you're weak and inward focused. This is my interpretation of what Seth said. How have I implemented this? And this is a funny thing, because I wrote this article December 8th of December 2023, nearly 1 year ago. And I wrote this. I wrote, how I've implemented this lesson. I now trust myself and the process more. Yes. I write, create, record, and listen to my audience more without expecting to go viral, become rich, or anything. And then I say this, guess what? The other day, one of my videos made 1,000 views, when I normally don't get more than 300. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Getting views isn't the goal though. Helping others is, so I won't let that distract me. I'll keep creating and focus on the practice, knowing nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. And since that day, since the 8th of December 2023, I didn't lose focus on my practice. I kept posting, I kept creating, I kept showing up here on YouTube, on Medium with my writing, on, because I like creating online. Maybe you don't. I'm not saying that you have to be an online creator. Not everyone wants to. But my girlfriend, I told you in a video, she doesn't want to show her work online. She's not into social media, into showing her work to a global audience or to an audience. So this is not for everyone. But we are in the online world here, but you might have, something else. You might be an artist in your own way offline, and that's totally fine. And I didn't lose sight of the practice. I kept posting on YouTube, and guess what? I got some results. Because in December 2023, I had, I don't know, very few people were here on this channel. Now the channel has grown, past participle has grown, and I'm happy. I'm happy because I can make a little impact on the people I want to serve, on the people I want to help. So this is true. If you focus on the practice, results will come. Because here I say one video got 1,000 views, but 6 months later, I don't remember when, that video about the tiny book got 72,000. Again, I'm not... the views are not important, are not that important. Views, they're just a number, okay? What's important is to be generous with your work, with your art, and with making a change, making the change you seek to make. Making the change you seek to make. It doesn't sound right. There's always a sentence in my videos that doesn't sound right at all, but I'll let you figure out if this works or not. Last lesson. How many minutes? Okay, 18. Another long ramble, but the last lesson is this: get better clients. And I love what Seth says about this, because this is a book for creatives, but also for professionals. Because if you're a professional, if you have a business, if you're a freelancer, so you don't have a fixed employer, you need to be resourceful, you need to be creative, you need to think how to make money. Otherwise, you won't eat. And this is my case. This is why I love being a freelancer, because I need to be creative in finding clients, in proposing ideas. I think I would never want to go back to a 9-to-5 job. Nothing wrong with that. But personally, now that I'm here, now that I've seen what being a freelancer, full freelancer, 100% involves, I think it's fantastic. It's fantastic. And if you get better clients, lousy clients, this is what I learned, lousy clients will lead you to do lousy work. So you need to work. If you're a freelancer, you get to pick your clients, so you can pick better ones. You can pick clients who demand great work. And if they demand great work, great art, great products and services, well, guess what? You become a better professional. Your clients will help you improve. Lousy clients, no, they won't. So this is another lesson. And how have I implemented this? This is what I said in 2023. I've decided to work only with people who believe what I believe. There's no point in working with people who have a complete different outlook on life, on how things should get done. There's no point, right? And I'm not offering generic services anymore. Yeah, before I used to, teach English, general English, one-to-one English, but I realized that if I focused on writing, I started focusing on writing, helping writers only. Because we're not for everyone. And this is a general marketing principle I learned. We're not for everyone. Like, we're not Coca-Cola. We're not... as professionals, we need to choose. I'm a very big fan of being specific, to find a niche, to find a small group of people that we can help with your art. And you can do this. It doesn't necessarily have to involve money. You can do it with a YouTube channel, for example, with anything you want. 5 stars. 5 stars. Okay, one thing about how the book is written. Don't expect to find a book that has 5 big chapters, each chapter telling you, presenting an idea and developing the idea. No. That's not Seth's style. Very tiny chapters. This is a used book, secondhand. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if you can see it. There. So, look at this chapter. It's a collection of blog posts, we can say. It's one of those books that some people criticize. This is not a book, this is a collection of blog posts. So what? It's still a book. So, let me read a couple of quotes. Let's do this. Random quotes. The fact that you have a degree doesn't mean you have insight, experience, or concern. You've acquired a piece of paper, but that doesn't mean you care. See another one. Nothing here. Nothing. Intentional action has a few simple elements. 1. Determine who it's for. Learn what they believe, what they fear, and what they want. 2. Be prepared to describe the change you seek to make, at least to yourself. 3. Care enough to commit to making that change. 4. Ship work that resonates with the people it's for. 5. Once you know whom it's for and what it's for, watch and learn to determine whether your intervention succeeded. 6. Repeat. Let's do another one. Still that one. The desire for external approval and authority directly undermines your ability to trust yourself. Because you've handed this trust over to an institution instead. Okay, I didn't get the second part. Okay, I want to do one more. Our experiences and dreams and fears are unique, and we shape the discourse by allowing those ideas to be shared. It might not work, but only you have your distinct voice, and hoarding it is toxic. Of course, you're allowed to sound like you. Everyone else is taken. Okay, the practice. Shipping creative work. This is not a sponsorship. This is not marketing. I don't get paid to talk about this book. I hope you found it useful. There is an article below. It's the article that I wrote on Medium in 2023. It was viewed by several people. It resonated with several people, thousands of people, because I don't know why. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening. Thank you for watching. If you're a writer and you want to improve your writing, or you want to keep improving your writing, consider joining my private email list, Better Writers. I send one short email every week. I share tips, insights, things that I learn, book recommendations to help you do one thing only: become a better writer. The link is in the show notes or in the description of this video. Thank you for listening once again. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.